All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good evening, good day, good morning, good night, depending on wherever it is you are in the world. I am broadcasting live with you all today from Washington, D.C., East Coast of the United States, and I am so pleased to get to be here with you. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Kaylin, and I am a spiritual coach. I help people with reconnecting with their radiant, joyful, beautiful, ecstatic selves. And every Sunday, I log on here to YouTube Live to host a meditation class covering a topic that I think will be useful and beneficial to you. This week, I chose the topic of finding your inner superpower, that each of us are far more powerful and strong and radiant and capable than we probably realize. And so I thought that'd be a great topic for us to dive into in greater depth. This is time for you. This is time to get comfortable. So please turn off your phones, set them on silent. You can shut your door. I'm putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. You can do whatever you need to do to create some space for you. We often don't take enough time to focus within. We often don't take enough time to really dedicate to ourselves. So really do allow this to be your sacred time for you. Get comfortable. I'm sitting on the ground. That is a traditional way of sitting for meditation. But if you'd rather lay down or sit in a chair or get comfortable in another way, by all means, please do so. We're going to start by just taking a couple of deep breaths. So if you want to place your hand on your abdomen or on your chest, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, your hands can rest on your lap. You can gaze forward towards the screen or down at the floor or close your eyes, whatever makes you happy. We're just going to start by taking a few deep belly breaths. Namaste, welcome. So as you just take a couple centering breaths, just notice, how are you feeling? How are you doing tonight? Breathe. For somebody who just asked, what is my Twitter? You can find all my links in the description. You can find everything down there. And just breathe deep. And feel yourself starting to drift. That's awesome, Trevor. With every exhale, feel yourself letting go of something you don't need anymore. With every inhale, feel yourself pulling in life force, pulling in strength, radiance, life, light. Every exhale, letting go of something you don't need anymore. And allow your breath to become something more than just whatever happens from here to here. Allow your breath to fill your body. Allow your breath to take up more space both within you and around you. Maybe you even smile softly to yourself. So this week I was reading this really fascinating book. And one of the things it reminded me of is how we live in a mental universe. And what I mean by that, and this is something that is an idea that's shared by many different spiritual traditions around the world, that at this point in our development as humans, at this point in our history, we think there's a big disconnect between our thoughts and reality. We don't necessarily see the causality between the two. We don't necessarily see how what we think eventually manifests in physical form. But one of the things we begin to realize as we center, as we connect within, as we purify our thoughts, as we become more connected, is that there is a very strong link between thinking and how this world manifests. And how eventually we will likely evolve as a human race to the point where we see our thoughts immediately manifesting in the world. Now, that isn't necessarily something that most people have experiences of, but I can tell you as somebody who's been on a spiritual path for a long time, that it is pretty common for people who are deeply invested in their spiritual growth and deeply invested in meditation to become more and more aware of the fact that their thoughts create reality. And so what we think, what we say, how we behave starts to change our bodies, our relationships, our homes, our experiences of the world, and the world itself. And so inside each of us are amazing abilities for healing, for creating phenomenal things in the world, projects and achievements and happenings. We have the ability to create a fantastical world around us. And one of our jobs is to become very aware of what it is we're thinking, what sort of vibration through thoughts are we sending out into the world. And when we can clarify that and we can make it consistent, we are capable of achieving phenomenal things. And so things that might seem like a superpower to someone else might eventually become like an everyday occurrence. But you have the ability to create whatever sort of reality you would like. This is your superpower, it's your birthright. You have the ability to manifest an amazing life if you become aware of it. Because you are God. You are the manifestor, the creator of the known world. If only you slow down and see it. If only you slow down and start to be it. So I want you to, again, turn within if you have lost that focus. I want you to begin to follow the breath in and out. Nice and slow, nice and easily. And just become even more aware of what's going on inside your head. Become aware of what's going on inside your body. Become aware of the fact that you have created this world. Whether it's a world you like to be in or not, doesn't matter. It's the world of your making, consciously or unconsciously. And if you don't like this reality, if you don't like this world you've conceived of, you have the power within you to change it. You have the power to create a different world. That's an amazing superpower. Take a deep breath in and say, I am powerful. Take a deep breath in and say, I am magical. Take a deep breath in and say, I am responsible for my given circumstances, the good and the bad, the comfortable and the uncomfortable. Take a breath in and say, I can choose the kind of life I want. And depending on where you are, that can feel resonant, like one of these singing bowls. It can feel like something that vibrates in you as being the truth. Or it could be something that feels very foreign. I know for myself, there have been long stretches of my life where I found myself in situations where I'd say, fuck no, I didn't manifest this. I don't want this. I didn't call for this. Why is this happening to me? What I didn't realize at the time is I was giving up all my power. I was giving up all my power by being the victim, thinking that everything was being done to me rather than me creating it. And what I didn't realize too is I was asking for it in some way. I maybe didn't know why, or that I was consciously doing it, but I was asking for it. And as somebody who now lives a life that is so much better than I ever dreamed it could be, I realized that that too was a product of my mental projection in the world. Because we are all the divine incarnate. We are all superheroes. We are all magical. But so many of us just don't realize it. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. long as you do not accept that you are the creator of your reality, then you will be the victim. You will be he or she or they who is thrust about by the winds of fate. Calling the world cruel and unjust. But heaven dwells within you. Ecstasy dwells within you. Joy dwells within you. If only you see it, if only you pause to appreciate it. Notice, how are you feeling? Notice, how are you doing? Notice the mental, emotional, physical space you're occupying. Of course, DJ. Notice how magnificent you are. Notice how you are a beacon of light. Nityanandaya Gurave Shisha Samsararine Bhaktakarika Dehaya Namaste Chitsaratane Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bunatu Sahaviryam Karavavaye Tejasvina Vaditamastu Mahavishavaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Feel the breath move through you. Feel how beautiful you are. Because I'm telling you, you are beautiful. You are whole, you are sacred, you are more powerful than you could imagine. There's nothing wrong about you. There never has been. Those are just stories you've been told. And I'm sorry you incarnated or manifested into a world that has been cruel and unkind and uncaring. Because you deserved unconditional love. You deserved peace and tolerance. You deserved a world that was appreciative of the miracle that is you. You deserved a place to live that was deeply kind and compassionate. Because that's what we are capable of as humans. That's who we really are. When we are in our highest, deepest self, we are deeply loving, compassionate, connected, spiritually awakened people. That's our truth. Each of us are God's made flesh. Each of us are aspects of the creator of this world. We are all his or her or their avatars. Stop being so small. Stop being so powerless and realize that you are something phenomenal. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take Adrian Love back to Mexico. I invite you to take a deep breath in. And as you let go of your boundaries, let go of your walls, let go of those things that keep you confined and walled in. Spread, become bigger, take up more space. You're not robbing anyone else of their space by making yourself everything that you're meant to be. Take a deep breath in and bloom, unfold, expand. You know, I've said this many times on this channel, but it's true. There's really nothing good or bad. There is only energy. And sometimes that energy is more constricted and dense, and then it feels heavier, more onerous, more difficult. And sometimes that energy is more expansive, then it feels more flowing, more joyful, more free. That's it. It's not good or bad, it's just contracted, constricted, confined, or it's expanded and open and flowing. It's not good or bad, it's just different. And when we open, when we spread, when we release that which confines us, then we find our divinity, then we find our superpowers. Then we find our joy, our love, our peace, our compassion. And we become what we are entitled to being. One with the divine. One with everything around us. And absolutely, I'll whistle. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Notice how are you doing? How are you feeling? We've been together for about 25 minutes this evening. How is this making you resonate within? How are you experiencing yourself, your body, your mind, your heart? How are you experiencing all of you? And what's holding you back from experiencing everything that you have to offer? Your totality. What are you afraid of? Why are you choosing to be small, limited? Own your power, own your birthright, own your strength. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Nice, Rob. May you be blessed, may you be well, may you be whole. May you find your bliss, may you know your truth. May you swim in ecstasy. May you be a light for others on the path, a guide for others who have lost their way. May you shine brightly inside and out. May you dazzle like the sun. May you be filled with hope and peace and prosperity. May you be, one of my favorite lines, an abundant cow for others. I wanted to put that in my wedding vows. My friends made me take it out. May you be an abundant cow for others. May you be in love with life and with each other. May you see the beauty every day, even when it's not pretty. And may you see the humanity and the divine within everyone, and especially your enemies, especially those who do not treat you kindly. May you know God, and through that, know yourself. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy life to come and sit with me for a half hour on this Sunday evening. I hope you found this beneficial. Whether you're watching this live or watching it pre-recorded sometime later, know you are with us. Time and space do not really exist. They are just an experience of our body in this world. So we are still together, even if you're watching this 50 years from now. And I'm either 86 or dead. Who knows? This week I announced I'll be hosting my first in-person retreat this winter. Woo! I'm so excited. It's going to be February in the snow, nice and cozy in this beautiful retreat lodge in Vermont. I hope you all will consider attending. It's very limited in capacity, so if it's something you're thinking about, please turn in an application because there are not very many slots. But it's going to be 4 nights, beautiful time of soulful work, processing grief, connecting with the divine, dancing ecstatically. It's going to be a really beautiful time of spiritual growth and fellowship. So please take a look at that. You can find more information on my website, ecstaticself.com. If you're on my mailing list, you should have gotten an email about it the day before yesterday. So hopefully you saw that if you signed up for that. So please do check that out. I am looking at scheduling more retreats in 2024, possibly abroad, possibly in other parts of the world. So if you want to see a retreat in your part of the globe, let me know. But thank you for taking time. It is always a sincere pleasure to get to share this energy with you all, this time with you all. You know, I really do think our purpose on this planet is to love one another, to experience joy, and to do what we need to do to be able to get into that state. And taking this time for soulful reflection and inquiry and breathing and personal growth is a great way to move toward that end. So thank you for doing the work on yourself that you need to do to be your best self. So, this week on YouTube, I will be posting my video where I asked you all, hey, what questions do you want to ask me? Where I answer all the questions you had. I'll also be offering one of my favorite mantra practices this week. I'll do a video probably talking about this retreat in greater depth, so feel free to check that out when it gets posted. I had a request to bring back Christian de la Huerta, so I'm looking at getting him interviewed this week. If that's something you want to see, or if there's anyone else you want to see me interview, do not hesitate to let me know. Also, if there's ever a topic you want for meditation or you want for an edited video, just let me know. I'm always happy to speak on whatever is meaningful. So I'm here for you all, whatever way you need. Thank you so much for your time, heart, and energy. Go with light, go with love, go with joy in your heart, and be the light in someone else's life. Namaste. Blessings to you all. Thank you all. Have a good night.